Hi there. Today I will be showcasing you my three-part analysis of Chinese immigrant community in Canada. And by unfolding these narratives of endurance, transformation, and societal impact, you will have a better understanding of Canada's immigration history as well as Chinese immigrants' contribution to Canada's national building process and Canadian identity. For part one of my writing, I began by examining the Chinese Immigration Act of 1885 and the head text as my primary sources. As you can see on the left corner, that's an example of the certificate of the head text, and on the right side corner is a letter written by the legislature of British Columbia to ask the Canada's Parliament for specific laws or policies that target or marginalize the Chinese immigrant community. These two are perfect examples of systematic racism against Chinese immigrants in Canada. And for this part of writing, I dive into the depth of institutional discrimination by examining historical documents and media portrayals. These documents reveal the harsh reality of racial prejudice, economic exploitation, and also the community's persistent fight for equality. For my second part of a writing, or my second part of analysis, I unfold a remarkable story of economic transformation. As you can see in the middle of the screen, this part of the writing is based on personal approaches and interviews documented by Asia Pacific Foundation of Canada. These stories are a perfect demonstration of how Chinese immigrants went from being marginalized to becoming pivotal in Canada's economic landscape. In this part of the analysis, I dive into the lives of entrepreneurs who overcame historical barriers to thrive in domains like technology or real estate in Canada. Let's be clear here. It's not just a story of financial success. It's about cultural integration and shaping a new identity in a completely foreign land. This part of the writing uses a mix of interviews, statistical analysis, and historical data to help demonstrate these entrepreneurs' significant contributions to Canada's economy and national building. And for my last part of writing, and it is named Conceptual Analysis, I explored the dynamic nature of the Chinese Canadian community. In this part, I used the term of negotiation to highlight how the community adapted to Canadian policies while preserving their cultural heritage and climbing a social status. As you can see in the middle of the screen here, this is a screenshot that was taken when the Chinese immigrant community was celebrating their traditional festival, the New Year Festival. My conceptual term of negotiation refers to balance, maintaining traditions like festivals and cuisine, while also embracing the Canadian way of life. This term proves to be beneficial to analyze Chinese Canadian studies because it clarifies in detail the community's evolution, like how the community have moved from concentrated Chinatowns to diverse suburbs, and how this movement symbolizes their growing influence and integration into Canada's multicultural society. In conclusion, these three parts of writing demonstrate journeys from past hardships to present successes for the Chinese immigrant community, and they are a perfect testament of resilience and determination. I cannot express how proud I am for this community, and thank you so much for joining me here today.